now beginning PowerPoint Project 2. And let me bring up my electronic textbook to show you what this is going to look like when we're done. Our project goal is to produce something that looks like this. We're going to produce a conserve energy slideshow, 5 slides this time, with a cool background theme, some smart, what we call smart art. We saw smart art in our Word project. We have the same smart art type thing available in PowerPoint. Doing a little bit more graphic-y stuff, picture within a shape, drawing our own shapes, doing some interesting blending of colors on shapes. So if you've used PowerPoint before, which many people have, this will be just a little refresher. Maybe we'll have a few extra things that you haven't seen before. And again, we'll look at that master slide. So this is what we're going to work on we're going to be doing this from scratch. Well, yeah, mostly from scratch. We'll be using a theme which has many things available for us. So that's what we're going to be building now. So I'm going to start PowerPoint again, blank presentation. And then make sure that we have our beginning settings just as the book would like. Okay. Now when we create a new presentation, we can go over here to design, and there are themes here available, and I can choose from them. But suppose I'm not satisfied with what I have here. Let's go to Browse for Themes and find a better theme. Here, if I search for a theme, it wants to look for a theme locally, and I want to go online to find a theme. How do I do that? Well, I have to take a step back. You'd think that I could do search online to apply a new theme, but if I start it and say blank slide, there was a step that I missed in order to get a theme. So I'm going to close this and not save it because I want to start over, and before I create it, instead of saying blank presentation, let's look for themes that I want to use for this presentation. You'd think that you could be able to go do this after you started one, but in this case, before you create it, you can go to more themes, and now let's look for a specific theme. In the book, the name they search for is Tunnel. They know the name of their theme, and you can see mine is remembering my previous themes. Let's just for fun, let's choose Bible, just and see, do they have any Bible-related theme in case we're doing a little Bible study? Oh, thank you, Microsoft. Maybe that's a forbidden word. Would you believe that there are sites I've been to that when you want to try to make a title of something, it would not let us register a particular site if it had the word Bible. And that was very annoying because it was a site that we didn't think would have any concern about that. But politics today. Let's look for, how about, we know we're doing energy. Let's see if there's a theme with the word energy in it. Oh, there's a theme with energy, and we could start with those themes, and basically it would give us master slides already built in. That's essentially what a theme is. It's a slide presentation template that already has the slide masters chosen. So energy, I could choose one of these, but in the book, let's go to that tunnel one, and let's see if you can find the same one. If you search for tunnel, you find funnel. Maybe it looks for similar words, but this one, Business Digital Blue Tunnel, is the theme we want to use. We select that, and then this is our last chance to decide, do we really want this? Now if I click Create, it basically opens up a slide presentation that contains these master slides, but we're not going to use, and it gives you a sample of every master slide in your presentation. But if you remember that we're only going to do a slide with 5 slides, a presentation with 5 slides in it, these are all samples and we're not going to use them all. So the first thing we're going to do is delete the ones we don't need. But just for fun, before I do that, remember over here underneath View Slide Master, there is a master slide of each of those types of slides available to me built into my theme. So knowing that master slide is very useful. So even if I delete a slide, I can always have a similar formatted slide when I create a new one. Now we want to delete the ones we don't want, and let's make sure we do not need slides 3 and 4. We're not going to do a chart or a table. So I can select slide number 3 and control select slide number 4, and I can delete these slides. Just a little option here. You can, if you think, well, I might want to have this slide, but I don't want to show it now, you can always do a hide slide instead of delete, and it will not delete it from your presentation, but just won't show it as you play the presentation. But I'm going to delete them because I'm confident I don't want to show them. So instead of hiding, I'm going to hit delete, or the delete key will delete them when they're selected. We are going to have a smart art type thing. So we're going to go down later to the further slides. We're going to delete the rest of them slides forward to the rest. So we're not going to have any of these other formats in our slide presentation. Slide 4 all the way to the end of our sample that came with that selected theme online. Delete those. If I thought I might have something in there useful, I could hide them, but I'm going to delete them. Right-click delete or delete key. So here we are now, a theme background selected for us because of the theme, and some sample slides for us to now modify the content. And before I forget, let's do a save here, or Control S. Remember, Control S is your friend. First time you save it, you need to tell it where to put it. So I'm now going to browse to where I want to put this. It's not fall 23, it is spring 24 right now. So let me go to my browse to where I have these files over on my other drive. And whenever you're saving a file the first time, any homework, be sure to pay attention to where it's going. Remember, you can see that address of where it is at the top. Down into my documents folder, cs101 2024 spring homework, and this is JSmart, my fictitious student, PPT2. PPT2. If you want to put in save energy, you can add that, save energy. And now, before I hit save, remind myself where I have saved it. If it's in your documents folder or documents cs101, that's a great place. Okay, and save, and now it is stored there, waiting for me to save again. If I forget to save and walk away from my PC, it does save it in a temporary location, but it sometimes gets lost, so do your save. Now, we now want to create our lovely title slide. Easy peasy. We have the placeholder, except this time, instead of clicking and typing, I have to actually select the sample placeholder and replace that text with conserve energy at home. And get my spelling right. And I like to make it more exciting. I'm going to put an exclamation point in there. Subtitle with this theme. I think it's a little lame, a little too small. Remember those old people in the back row? You need to make things big. And some of these themes, it's like, were they really thinking about the correct size? And even the contrast could be better. But we want to put here in here, save money and increase comfort. We'll be coming back later and adding graphics, but let's see if we have the text aligned. They would like us to change the alignment of some of our paragraphs. We're going to right align both of them. And if I know I want to right align both of them, here's another key stroke that is very good to know. Control A for select everything on this presentation. If I'm over here, it selects all my slide. If I'm here in a slide and I do a select everything, it selects everything on that slide. If you click over here, do a select all, you've selected every slide in your presentation. So click in your on your slide you're on, Control A, and now I can right align, and these are treated as paragraphs that are selected, I can right align them either with the Control R or the right align icon. I don't do right aligns that much, so I don't remember Control R. I use the icon more often. And now we're ready to begin some content. Later on, we'll come back and add the eye candy graphics. Now, I do have a slide with content ready for replacement, so I'm going to go ahead and select through that placeholder and start typing. The text is going to be energy efficient products. And I hope you know about this. You'll be more concerned about this when you own your first home and you get your first utility bill. Then it's like, oh man, how do we save our energy? I'm going to select through all those example placeholders. Again, I could, while I'm inside the text box, I can do a Control A here, and notice it does not select everything on my slide because I had clicked once inside of here. A Control A inside of here selects all my content inside that box. And it remembers they're bulleted, and I'm going to capitalize energy star certified LEDs. Hit enter once, and I'm going to indent this because it's related to Energy Star. Two ways to indent. I can indent up here, increase indent, or what I like the best is the tab key. Just tabbing in once indents it. That's a nice key, but tab is less work on my poor wrists. Avoid that carpal tunnel. Use 75% less energy and incandescent lightings. Then incandescent. Who uses incandescent anymore? That's like old school. They're gonna have to fix this, update this book in a few years. No one's gonna remember what incandescent is. My brother Phil here used to work for a lighting company, and back then was LEDs coming in. They're super expensive when they first came.
Yeah. So we were working with the curly fluorescents.
Yeah, they were saving energy.
They were saving energy.
And now I want to decrease the indent back to a main bullet point. Again, I could come up here and do this decrease indent, or another good key to remember if you're doing this a lot, Shift key and then tab reverses the tab and decreases indent. Water sense, certified shower heads. Our schools here gave them out to students for free when my kids were in school, and I still have one. And I'm assuming it has saved me water. I didn't do the analysis to know for sure. I want to indent on this one again, underneath water sense, tabbing in to decrease my indent. And family can save an amazing 2,700 gallons of water yearly. If you had my children, you would be saving a lot more. I remember when my girls were taking showers, I would shout in there, the Navy called, the ocean needs to level increased, and they would have to get out of the shower. And again, a shift tab, and last one, hot water pipe insulation. Pipes, insulation. And I think even more common these days is not only hot water pipe insulation, but on demand. Instead of having that old water heater downstairs keeping the water hot, a big tank of water hot, you have an electric heat the water when you turn it on, rather than heat it and keeping it hot. Tabbing in for one underneath there can raise temperature 2 to 4 degrees. Or if you want to be a Wim Hof, just never use hot water. Have you ever heard a guy named Wim Hof? He climbed a snow-covered mountain in shorts. The guy and he sat on a huge ice cube of ice. I think he even sat in frozen water for like days. He just has amazing capabilities. That cold shower. It's supposed to be good for you too. Oh, I'm going to do a save now, Control S, while I'm finishing up that slide. Now let's just see, is this a quality slide? Let's go ahead and display it by clicking right down here, lower right, see what this is going to look like. When you're doing this, if you are preparing an important presentation, regularly see what it's going to look like to your audience. It's okay. I think I might generally feel is enlarge your text as much as you know, to your taste. But look at, we got a lot of wasted space. Maybe I'll put some eye candy over here to, again, something to go along with the theme I'm trying to impress on their minds. But if you're not planning to put a picture here, I would probably be enlarging my text, make it nice and readable for my audience. Now, before we leave this one, we want to be careful to look professional and remind our audience that Energy Star is a trademark. And so I want to put the symbol for trademark in here. I'm going to show you the hard way, and then I'll show you the easy way to get a trademark, because I want you to know the sophisticated impress your friends way, and then the easy way. Let's go to Insert, just like we had in Word. There is symbols over here, slightly different spot. I can do an Insert Symbols. Remember, my insertion point is right after the word star. So I can then go to Insert Symbols, look for a symbol here, and what I'm looking for is a registered trademark symbol. It remembers recently used, but if you don't see recently used, we need to go find the trademark and hunt through it. If someone knows the number of the symbol, I could enter the code here, but I see an R right there. I can click on that and see the code for that is AE. And let's see if there's a small R and a big R. Let's see if I can find the big registered trademark. This is one drawback of the symbol table. They don't seem to be ordered or easy to browse. I just have to kind of click through, grabbing the slider or clicking on the blank spot makes the slider jump one page forward. And it's up to you to find the larger registered trademark and see if I can find it. Maybe it's up towards the top here. There's the little R. You'd think that the big R would be right next to the little one, but I'm not. There's at. Your eyes will probably find it quicker. Second page, I'm not seeing it. Third page, and I'm not sure why they have such other strange characters in there. One more page down. It's got to be here somewhere. Do you find your large registered trademark? Let's see. I'm going to search for the code 226. Let's see if I type in. If I'm up here. Let's see if I type code 22. Oh no. Let's type in code 226. See if it shows where it is in the big table. I type in code 226. Click off of it. 226. Oh, you'd think it'd be easier to find. No, I found the little one, but I know R is 226 in the symbol table. Oh, maybe I needed to go to the symbol table here. Let's go. Is there a symbol table? Maybe that's what I was doing wrong. Symbol. Way down here in the S's, symbol. Oh, lots of sources. St's. There we go. Symbol. And there it is. I forgot I needed to select the symbol font. Then there I found the large R. So in the symbol set of fonts, rather than searching through a specific normal fonts, there's my large R. This is the hard way. And I double click or insert and close. And there I actually clicked insert twice. There I have my registered trademark. Now let me show you the easy way. Left parenthesis R, right parenthesis automatically gets considered the small registered trademark. So you don't have to worry about the finding in the symbol, although you found the larger one. Another thing you can do, so left parenthesis R, right parenthesis gives you the registered symbol. Now LEDs isn't one, but if I ever do left parenthesis the letter C and the right parenthesis, that gives me the copyright symbol. And I think they give you a table in the book of other keystroke combinations that will give you symbols because they're common enough. Good thing to know, when you want to be properly referring to a registered trademark. It's important when you're dealing with especially customers or a corporate presentation. People can accuse you, or I don't know if they can sue you for not mentioning it. It's just good protocol to show registered trademark. So I'm going to do the left parenthesis R, right parenthesis on the water sense. If you actually wanted a left parenthesis R, right parenthesis, if you just backspace once, it turns it back into what you typed. So if you wanted it registered trademark, just type it left parenthesis, right parenthesis, and don't backspace. It'll stay there. Okay, so now we got that symbol. I think we're now ready for the next one. Giving are they going to give a hyperlink to the water sense? Looks like energy efficient products. Yes, we're going to give we're going to make, this is an odd thing to do. We're going to make this title actually be a link that would take us to that website if we're presenting. So to do that, I can select the text, and I think I could even just select the text box, and then click the little chain up here on the insert menu link for make that a hyperlink. And you can hyperlink to another presentation, or I can hyperlink to a existing web page and add the address here in URL format. We're going to put www.energy. Oh, and look at that, energy.gov. It adds the HTTP in front of it. And when I click OK, it gives a little bit of decoration to that, indicating it's a link. When I present the slide, I can mention energy efficient products. And by the way, let's go to the website. Now if you're presenting offline, you'll look like an idiot because you'll get a blank page. Sorry, can't go online. So be careful, and practice your presentation if it's an important one. Practice to make sure you have the internet connection. The worst things I've seen is, someone's expecting a little video clip, they get halfway through this important information and it stops buffering and they don't get to see the end of that. And the second worst thing is people show video, it's a link to YouTube, it plays a lovely professional kid friendly video, and then at the end shows other videos available that aren't always so kid friendly. So don't do that. I'll show you how you can download those videos, and be careful for links right to the YouTube page. Now I think we're done with that one, and now we're going to bring in a smart art graphic. We have the content, but it's a little boring. We would like to turn this into smart art. I don't have to retype it all. All I have to do is select through this text, click and drag through this text, and now I go tell it, I would like some smart art, please. On the insert page, insert tab, smart art. I can choose what style to format that text that was selected. And the one that we would like to select is under more smart art graphics. I thought that we were in a more smart, let's try that again. Yeah, under smart art graphics right here, smart art. I have it selected, and they got there from a different menu. Let's go to the home page. They say they got to there from the home page right here. Yeah, they did it from here. There, more smart art graphics. So I went to insert smart art on the home page. Again, Microsoft just confusing you. The same thing, different paths. More smart art graphics, and there it is. I can choose what format to put that important text in. There's list formats, suggested list formats. I think we're going to do a list. Let's see. They would like us, yes, we want to do list, and hover over this. So we see this is called vertical box list. I click, it doesn't give me a preview yet. If I click OK, it changes that text to be formatted in a beautiful, visually appealing list, smart art style. If I think, can we get a different style? Well, I can always go and say, wait a minute, let's try that one. And this time, as I hover over it, it does give me a preview as I hover over the new style. The first time, it wasn't giving me a preview. But we'll stick with that style. And now that you've remember we did Smart Art in Microsoft Word. You can always adjust your text either by clicking on it here and changing it, or here I can adjust the text in here and decide what type of Smart Art is being displayed in. It uses the color table from my current theme and presents it. I'm not sure I like that. To me, that's kind of harsh on the eyes contrast, but we'll go with it. And I think this is poor contrast here, not as readable by those old people in the background. Sorry for picking on old people. I'm one of them, so I can do that. Now, let's see if we can get one more done before we'll finish this up and get ready for next slide. Let's look on that third slide. They've given us a sample of a cute little Smart Art. Remember, this is Smart Art built in. We can always remember we can change the Smart Art or change the text. And I'm going to change the text in here that's already built in by going to this sidebar, and I'm going to basically adjust this because I think this is a little easier to make sure I have it organized right. You could just type here and change the text, but I'm going to change it over here in the type your text here box and enter my little outline. This is appliances, and see how that main bullet becomes that graphic there. And then adjust these bullet points. I'm going to select them both and type that my new bullet points will be windows and lighting. Oh, wait a minute. Those are the main bullets. Sorry. The Control Z that. These are going to be windows. The main point is windows and lighting. And then we come back to fill in the subpoints of the windows and lighting. And under appliances, we're going to add the bullet point of unplug when not in use. And watch as I add more text, it will adjust the size of my text to fit the box. That's because it's smart. And one more, ask about rebates. Tax rebates, sometimes store rebates, but mostly tax rebates. I've gotten a tax rebate for getting a better smart thermostat. It paid for it. And getting an energy efficient furnace, they give you like a 30% tax break on that. Again, you won't care about this until you own that first house. Then all those things will come back to you about, oh, what did they say about how I could save money on all these bills? We'll stop here and finish up this Smart Art next time. Hoping this is giving you maybe a little more skills available to you in your preparing presentations. But the important thing is the content, the topic you want your audience to remember. This is to help them remember it as you present it with your own passionate voice and competency in knowing the subject that you're presenting. PowerPoint tools, by knowing this, you don't have this frustrating you while you think of what you're going to say and present. The tools, having a confident use of the tools will make you a better presenter, better confidence, and the best way to build your confidence is just to do it. It's going to be scary the first time. As you do it, you'll be better. Present it to your family in front of a mirror to build those speech skills. And fortunately in this class, you don't have to give a speech. You're just creating a presentation, learning the tools. Save that. You can save a temporary copy to Schoology, or make sure it's saved somewhere, Google Drive, or remember where it is on your PC that you're working on. And have a wonderful day. I will upload this recording.